And no sooner than he did, our heroine started splashing away from him. Unfortunately for her, our heroine is too slow, and the man catches up to Lynn in just a few moments. Since she's back at his side again, Lynn tells him to wear clothes, and if he doesn't feel shy since he's naked. As soon as she thought that, a towel appeared behind her, at least providing our heroine with some coverage. But before she could wrap it around her body, the man moved closer, calling her little female, and asking where her male was. Lynn was confused when the man only said that he was a male and Lynn was a female and that they could be mates, which is pretty common knowledge. Once again, our heroine is shocked and scared, wondering just what kind of world she transmigrated into, then asks the man what kind of male he is. To this, the white-haired man only said he was the White King, and immediately shapeshifted into a majestic white tiger. Seeing the man transform into a tiger beast, Lynn lost consciousness from shock, but before she did, she hoped she would wake up from this nightmare. And that's when she heard a sudden ding, and a voice in her head confirming that she, Lynn Huan Huan, was a guest and was uploading information. As soon as the information was uploaded, the voice welcomed her to system hash 438. The next thing she knew, Lynn found herself holding something soft like a fur blanket, and that's when she heard a voice ask if she was already awake. Her eyes instantly widened at this, and she realized it was not a fur blanket, but a tiger's fur. Before she could reply, the white tiger told her to hold on tight so she won't fall, and asked how she was feeling. Our heroine only answered that she was cold, since she still had no clothes, and it was extra chilly with the wind blowing on her back. The tiger stopped and shifted to its human form with Lynn in his arms. He quickly jumped to a nearby tree and told Lynn to wait as he gave her his hide and a blade. Suddenly, the man jumped and shifted to his beast form again while scouring the area. Our heroine could only observe from above, and that's when she noticed that he was targeting the wild boar from nearby. Suddenly, the white tiger lunged at the wild boar, who tried to run away from the majestic beast, but with no success. Lynn was impressed at the White King's strength and bite, and she couldn't help but compare that even her physique was not a big enough bite for him. As soon as he was done subduing the boar, the White King shifted to his human form again and told our heroine to come down. Lynn was frozen in place up on the tree. She was scared that she might break her neck if she jumped down, but the White King just wondered if she's scared. His growing list of concerns for Lynn made him think about how he could take care of a weak female. Since she refused to jump down, he decided to come up on the tree and then carried her back down. Now that she was down, the White King asked Lynn for the bone knife and started skinning the boar with precision. In no time, he finished and gave the hide to our heroine to keep her warm. Just then, a voice in her head told Lynn that she had successfully acquired the boar hide, triggering a new mission. This time, the voice told our heroine to collect 3 more hides. If she managed to do so, she would be rewarded with a gift pack. Since Lynn was standing still, listening to the voice in her head, the man approached her and asked worriedly what was wrong. But our heroine quickly told him everything was fine, while White King found her cute with how she was flustered. White King told her he would buy her clothes once they got to the Wolf Tribe settlement, adding that the place wasn't far from there. He also said that this is where he usually trades or buys things. When Lynn heard this, she compared it to a village, but the white-haired man had no idea what she was talking about. He only knew settlements and towns. Upon hearing this, Lynn asked him if there were no towns here or humans, to which the White King answered negatively. He added that beastkin, powerful and fierce creatures, built all the settlements here. As he explained this, he also offered Lynn to take her there, but all Lynn could think about was that there were no humans in this world and is only populated by beastkin. Changing the topic, White King offered her raw meat from his hunt, but our heroine scurried away at the sight of it, saying she couldn't eat it, even though the man told him she needed to replenish his energy. Since she won't eat it, White King left her side for a while and returned with fresh berries. Lynn readily ate the berries, thanking him as she did, which prompted the white-haired man to ask if she was a herbivore. Since she can't tell him that she's a human, Lynn just tells him she's an omnivore. Hearing that she's an omnivore, White King asked why she won't eat the meat he offered, but Lynn explained meat, but cooked ones. White King argued that she's too weak and plans to feed her, but he only asks if they want to cook meat. Our heroine thought that since she didn't have any pots or pans, she couldn't fire the beast, so she told White King.
Yes.
Fire, the white-haired
Yeah.
man frowned
And
upon
have been
the
not
flames to
clean.
start eating terrifying
I really will get it clean. can't move anything. I have.
For the next 3 minutes, Lynn threw the objects on the ground, frustrated and angry since it was not how she thought it would go. The White King was quick to soothe her, Lynn palace patrons and she helped fight her. He's promised to take care of her and find whatever she needs because this man declared that our heroine is here.
Wrong this. I've been put it on now. What take it on? In my bag. I've been taking that on. I've been done taking it off.
So she only had herself. Growing up, our heroine became used to being alone, with no one to protect her. As our heroine thought of this, White King felt for Lynn's hands, and once he knew she was cold, he did his best to warm her through his embrace. Now in White King's arms, Lynn can't help but think this is the first time she ever felt so. This kind of affection makes Lynn compare it to how one cares for their family, something she never thought she would experience from a beast man. Soon enough, the two continued on their way with White King in his beast form as Lynn rode on his back. Along the way, White King told her that he would take her to the wolf tribe's healer, but our heroine reasoned that she was not sick at all. In response, the beastkin asked him why she fainted earlier, but in her mind, Lynn said that she couldn't really say out loud that White King scared her. Moreover, White King also said he would never leave her side, no matter what kind of sickness she has, because Lynn is his female. Being called that again, Lynn could only give a dry laugh in reply, but then she remembered that she had a mission and asked him if he could retrieve 2 more hides for her. White King readily did what she asked and more. He collected 5 hides for our heroine in an hour. After that, he shifted to his human form and offered to clean Lynn's hides. As he transformed, our heroine noticed that White King got hurt while retrieving the hides, though he told her it didn't hurt much. Still, Lynn felt bad and gently touched his injuries. And as soon as she did, White King started licking and rubbing her like a kitty. Moreover, he told our heroine again that there's no need to thank him since she's his female, and he'll do anything for her. After that, White King left to clean his wounds and get rid of the scent. And when he went, a voice sounded in our heroine's head. It's the same voice from before telling her that she completed the mission and will be receiving a gift pack. And out of nowhere, a cloth bag appeared in Lynn's hands. Lynn opened the cloth bag and saw it contained a hollow stick, much to her disappointment. But suddenly she realized what it was, a fire starter stick. With this, she can now make a torch. Lynn scanned what else was inside the cloth bag to see a book titled Encyclopedia of Ancient Animals and Plants, Part 1. But before she could skim through the book, she heard rustling sounds and thought White King must have returned, so she quickly hid them all. White King quickly notices that she's trying to hide something, but he just lets her be, thinking that our heroine will eventually open up to him and share her secret as time passes. They continued their journey until the two finally reached the wolf tribe. Lynn was shocked at how crowded and lively the settlement was, while White King explained that they host a marketplace every 10 days.
Let me skip.
Hence the trouble would ensue. Curious about what kind of trouble, she asked him, and the beast man answered that they would fight to be her mate. As if on cue, Lynn heard someone cry out to another person not to leave them. The pair turned their attention to the voices to see a beast man on his knees, trying to appease a female, while many others of his kind were already trying to win her over. Seeing the female swarmed by many beast men, White King continued explaining that it's common to see 10 wolf males surround a female since she's rare. Moreover, females are regarded in a high position in the wolf tribe even without giving birth. The mere thought of being surrounded by men scared Lynn, but White King only continued on their way to see the wolf tribe's healer as the other beast men looked at the pair. Just then, a silver-haired wolf beast man called Frostcloud turned in their direction. He was shocked to see White King in the settlement, accompanied by someone since he had known the white-haired man for being a loner. Finally, they reached the home of the wolf tribe's healer, Lungju. The old beast man greeted White King, asking the younger man what brought him here, and that's when the latter requested Lungju to look at his mate. Hiding behind White King, Lynn looks over to Lungju, thinking he looks looks like Santa Claus, as White King told the healer that she had fainted earlier. Once he heard White King mention mate, Leng Ju quickly leaped from his position to see that it was